LWL Roundup episode number 2. We're going to talk running for awards, and we're going to talk the specific games in week number 3. They're very important, and they're huge games. These are mid-season games. The season's almost over with. We got week 4, and then rivalry week, and then, bowl coverage. So we're almost wrapping up the season. So sad. But we're going to go with percentages, and let's go games first, and we're going to cover our first game be Blue Diamonds and Tigers. So here's what you guys voted. You guys voted on who's gonna have a win, who's gonna have a loss. The Tigers are a 60% chance of winning over the Blue Diamonds. 40%. I'll make my pick. I'll cross that out, and I'll make a hat gear pick on that one to see who's gonna win. But the Tigers have really made their mark going 2-0, really being undefeated. They were at the number 1 spot, but the Atlantic Ace took over. I'll show you the rankings now. The Atlantic Ace just having 2 perfect games in a row, just perfectly pitching, but they will be without their key player, but we'll get to that in a moment. The Tigers have really just been swinging the bats, getting things right, but they've had close games, and I think that's actually dumbing down their ranking because they had so many close games in the past, almost losing to the Eagles by 1, to the Falcons I think by 1 or 2. It's just teams that they need to blow out in order to move up, because they do have a former champion, last year's champion on their team, so I would think that they would be sweeping competition, but they've been struggling lately, and it really does show. I think the Blue Diamonds have been, since they've been in the Power 4 talk a little bit, they lost badly actually. But I think they're hungry to get back into it, and that's going to be the Tigers' real first taste of a playoff contender. And we're going to see how they really, how Josh Marshall and the Tigers really stack up. But other than that, they've been doing pretty good. The Blue Diamonds may or not be without Amanda Marshall for a second time due to a leg injury. She has a huge scratch on her leg, but I think that is, I don't know, it's up to her if she's willing to go for it on her game this Saturday. Down to the Eagles now, Eagles and Falcons. Caleb Caldwell will have his second debut with the Eagles. I think that's going to be entertaining to watch. Caleb, and then the Falcons, the lefty over there played. So the Eagles have a 70% chance over the Falcons. First time that a team outside of the Power 4 has a big margin % chance of winning other than a team that's really should be in the playoffs. So this one is a little iffy. I guess people are really taking note that now that Caleb is on the team, and how he showed against Josh Marshall, how he played. I think he has a chance of switching that team around. Could have won last week by 1, but now that's said and done, can't really change much. But the Eagles, really, he had a really strong performance, and he could be in a talk for Rookie of the Year. Moving down to the Southern Dry Blues and the rain. Now, the Southern Dry Blues have a 90% chance over the rain's 10%. So 10% chance of rain. But the Southern Dry Blues, I guess y'all really expect for them to blow out the rain. The rain have not scored at all this entire season. The 2 games they played, they have not scored. Blowouts. The first game was a perfect game to the Atlantic Ace, and then the Cougars, just last week, they just haven't been doing anything on the plate, haven't been making contact to anything. It's just looking poor right now. And the Southern Dry Blues, they came off an iffy game. I don't think they played because the Green Falcons and the Blues did not have enough players to play. The backup didn't show, the starting player didn't show, so the Blues just didn't play. And I guess they had to forfeit, and the Falcons ended up claiming that victory. But we only count those 4th victories as 1-point games. But their first game they played against the Blue Diamonds, it was just a 1-point game. It was a walk-off RBI by Amanda Marshall, and it was just a very close game, and I think it could have went either way. I think it was just the Blues haven't played in a minute, and it was just shot. So, but they can easily put themselves in playoff talk again with a win here, and hoping that the Blue Diamonds lose to the Tigers. They can easily, and the Eagles lose to the Falcons. They can easily put themselves back in playoff play. But enough said about that one. We're going to go down to the game of the week. This may be the game of the year right here. Cougars and Ace. Number 1, Ace, and number 2, Cougars. This one is going to be good. The Atlantic Ace will be without Norman Howard. He suffered a hand injury while he was throwing. I think it was just throwing those heaters. But it will be suffering a hand injury. He will be out for almost the remainder of the season. He will be coming back rivalry week. And that is against, of course, the Eagles. But that's going to be 2 weeks till he'll be out. He will be at the game, sitting on the sideline. Of course, he got a TRS team on. But that is a huge blow to the Atlantic Ace. But yet, y'all, by still knowing this, y'all voted the Atlantic Ace 60% over the Central Cougars 40%. Y'all think the Atlantic Ace still have enough power at the plate to overthrow the Cougars, which I may agree with you on that one, but that still says something. So the Atlantic Ace may not have a rolling season, may not have a stop season, because he can come back. Norman Howard can come back and play once again against the Eagles, beat them, and still be eligible to play in the playoffs. As long as you have 3 games under your belt, I'm pretty sure you're in a lock for the playoff position. So I think that concludes our LWL Roundup. We'll see you next week after week 3, and we should have a show. See you later. Bye.